Well, hi, my name is Ann Ford, and I'm the medical doctor here at Eastside. And I wanted to talk to you about your trips coming up. First of all, congratulations for going on your trips. And there's a lot to know about the medical side of things, and so we want to make sure that you are prepared when you go and travel. So I received a few questions from people about specific things, but I, in general, wanted to talk about how to stay healthy when you travel. So while you're traveling to your destination, so it's good to, number one, always hand wash. So that will be your number one defense against all sickness. Avoid touching eyes, nose, mouth with your hands until you've had a chance to wash them. When you're on the plane, I suggest getting some Clorox wipes and wipe your seat and your tray table, because on the plane, the number one place for germs is your tray table. So many people don't know that. And again, wash hands before you have your food. And while you're in the destination or while you're in country, there's things that I would suggest doing. In all the places that we go to, you want to be careful with what you eat. So do the sensible things. You want to be careful with water. Don't eat anything that has contaminated water. Don't drink the water. Drink the bottled water that you're given. Brush your teeth with that. If you have any fruit or anything that's served to you that you think you don't know where the water has come from, you can politely decline eating that or set it aside, or you just take the things that you know, if there's a buffet of food that you know that has been cooked thoroughly through. So that helps also against other kinds of disease when you're traveling related to uncooked food and contaminated water. I would suggest also in certain areas that we travel, parts of Ecuador, Thailand, and Africa also are malaria countries. Mosquitoes generally tend not to live in areas that have elevation more than 6,500 feet above ground. So in Tamoya, that's not really an issue. Rosarito doesn't have very much, but any place where there's a potential of standing water, there is a potential to have an infected mosquito. In Mathari Valley, not as much as up in Turkana, where there is more, the heat is much hotter there, and also the elevation is lower. So those are areas to consider. Should you take malaria medicine? That was one of the questions, and the answer is it's really up to you. Those are areas that are high risk. You can buy anti-malarial kinds of things like DEET, so that's off, or Deepwood's off. Forgot the other brands that are. You can buy DEET kind of protective clothing. You can wear long sleeves, long pants when you're in country. I myself don't usually take anti-malarials, but certainly I do recommend them for people who feel comfortable or not comfortable with taking them or not taking them. So malaria medicine. In all the places that we go, the two medicines that work the best, that are best for malaria treatment, are doxycycline and Malarone. Where do you get those? In country, if you want to get them, my understanding from Artie is that there is access that you can get to in country, and that you'll want to take them before, if it's Malarone. If it's doxycycline, you need to take doxycycline before you leave, the whole time you're gone, and a whole lot longer. So you'll want to get these medicines from your doctor. I also recommend bringing with you a healthcare kit. The healthcare kit, which you wouldn't think this, but you can get constipated while you're gone. Some people do get constipated when they travel. Anti-diarrheal medicine, some cough and cold medicine like Dayquil, NyQuil, Benadryl, Tums, antacids, just to prepare yourself when you get there, because this won't necessarily be available to you when you're there. I also recommend talking to your doctor about antibiotics that would be good to bring with you on the trip, because you may not have anybody that has any antibiotics with them or access to any, and that's ciprofloxacin and azithromycin. Certainly if you're under 18, I don't recommend ciprofloxacin, but I do recommend azithromycin. There was also some questions about bird flu. Well, we don't have any real exposure to that. They're seeing it in China right now, and really the treatment for that is just don't come in contact with the birds. The other thing is to not eat uncooked chicken. So you have that. I haven't seen that so much in Africa or Chile, Ecuador, Thailand, but those are things to keep in mind. There was another question about protective masks. No, you don't need to wear protective masks. Is it too late for hepatitis A? The answer is no, it's not. You can still get it before you go. Do I need yellow fever? The answer is no, you don't need the yellow fever vaccine. None of the places we're going require yellow fever vaccine. Do you need typhoid? Really no, as long as you're careful with your food and water exposure. So make sure that your food is well cooked and that your water is not contaminated. One thing that somebody did ask is about Zika. So we know that's a big thing right now, and there's no Zika in Africa. Then again, mosquitoes don't live above 6,500 square feet above. Somebody asked about vaccines. If you go on the CDC, for all of the countries, the things that they do recommend, strongly recommend, is having a tetanus update and a flu shot, MMR, chickenpox, and polio vaccines. If you're not sure if you've had any of those things, it's good to check with your doctor on those. I won't make any direct recommendations on those, but those are what's recommended through the CDC right now. They have a few other recommendations based on country that you're visiting, but those are the universal ones that are recommended at this time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Amanda has my email or my cell phone. You can call me and ask me specific questions. And enjoy your time. It's a privilege to go.